Hello everyone, welcome to Eptech Knowledge. This is Yamin, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can create login in PHP. Okay, so first of all, make sure your XAMPP is running. So then we are going to localdisk C, then XAMPP, then htdocs, and inside this htdocs we are going to create a folder. Just click new folder. Let's say our folder name will be tutorial. Okay, and in this tutorial we are going to use Sublime Text. You can use notepad plus plus or any editor you want. Okay, so let's open that folder. Let's click file, then open folder, then let's go to htdocs, and here you can see the tutorial folder. Okay, let's select folder, so it's open. So we are going to create login.php over here. Okay, let's say over here login.php. so let's save it, Control S. Let's go to htdocs, then tutorial. So we'll save it over here, save. Okay, so now let's create the login form. So let's over here html, and then we'll say over here form. Then inside this form we'll create our username, password, and login option. Okay, so let's over here let's give a div, and inside this div let's say label will be let's say username, and then we'll say input type will be text, and name will be username, and let's say our text box size will be 60 px. Okay, 60 px. And then after that the user obviously need to fill this input form. Okay, so let's just copy it, and we'll paste it for password, Control V, and we'll just say over here password, and over here, and here as well. Okay, so let's over here password. Okay, this done. After this let's copy it again, and we'll make submit option. Now submit option do not need any level, so for submit input type will be submit. Okay, input type submit. Okay, and let's give it a value. Value is equal to login. So let's save it, and let's go to our browser, and let's over here localhost, then tutorial / login.php. Press enter. So here you can see username, password, and login. Okay, so let's make do some css over here just to make it look a little bit better. So let's have the whole form in center. So for it, let's over here center, and then let's our body color will be bg color. Let's say it will be gray. Okay, so let's save it, and let's refresh. Okay, this is how it looks, but let's make it a little bit better. So let's create some gap over here. For creating gap we need to say br. So br tag creates some gap, so let's copy it and paste it, and over here as well, and then over here as well. Okay, so let's add one more div, and let's cut it and paste it after form. Okay, so and then we'll say inside this div I forgot it. Okay, now we'll say background color. Let's say background color will be white, and let's also mention a width. Let's say width will be 500 px. Okay, so let's save it, Let's also give some br tag over here as well. So let's save it and let's refresh. Let's see how it looks. Okay, this is how it looks. So let's add some more br over here. Let's refresh and let's see. Okay, and this is how it looks. Now it doesn't look really bad. Okay, so now we will create a database and a login table. Okay, so let's click new. Let's say our database name will be tutorial, then click create. It will create a tutorial database. Okay, so here you can see tutorial. So inside this tutorial we will create a table. So let's say our table name will be login, and it will have three columns. It will be id, username and password. So after giving three, just click go. So here you can see we have a three field over here. So let's say the first one will be id, the second one will be username, and the third one will be password. Okay, so the id input type will be integer and username will be varchar and password will be varchar as well. And let's give the length 50 and 50 over here, and id will be the primary key. So let's go to the right side and just click this one AI. Okay, so here you can see id will be our primary key. Okay, so now just click save. So here you can see that our table is created. So let's insert a value inside this table. So let's click insert over here, and let's say username will be admin and password will be 1234. Now just click go. Okay, on data is inserted. Now if we go inside login table, we can see username admin and password on 234. Okay, so now let's go back over here. So now let's do the login verification over here. Okay, so first of all we want to send data to the database, right? So this will be, we need to add action and method inside form. Okay, so the method will be post, and action will be we will give hash, because we will do the validation or authentication in this same page. Okay, but if you want to do it on another page, then you just need to give the page link over here. Okay, so we'll say over here in order to write PHP, first we need to write this over here, PHP, then this sign. Okay, so inside this we can write PHP. So first of all we are going to connect our code to the database. So for this we need to write over here dollar host is equal to we need to say over here localhost. First we'll give double quotation, and inside this double quotation we'll write localhost. Okay, so after host we'll write user equal to, it will be root inside two double quotation. After this we need to write $password equal to, again two double quotation, and password will be actually null, so we don't have to give any value. And then at last we need to write our db name, I mean the database name. Our database name was tutorial, so let's write tutorial. And after this in order to connect our database we need to write dollar a variable. You can, I am writing data, you can write any variable you want. Then we'll write my SQLi. Now my SQLi is for if you are using XAMPP or PHP version 7 or higher. Okay, if you are using PHP version 7 or 8 you need to write MySQLi. Okay, then connect. Then we need to write all those names over here one by one. Okay, so I'll just copy it and paste it over here one by one, comma, then after host we'll write user and then again comma, after that password, control V, and at last the DB name. Okay, comma DB. So our database is actually connected. So but if you want to check it, then you can just say over here a if condition dollar data triple equal false, then die will say over here, sorry, we will say over here connection error. Okay, so let's save it. Now if we refresh, there won't be any error, but let's say you write here, let's say DB name you write 34, and let's save it. And if you write now refresh over here, it will show us a error, that connection error, unknown database tutorial 34. Okay, so that's the benefit of using this line. And one more thing, you need to have this inside second bracket. Okay, so let's just remove this 34, let's save it, and let's just refresh. Okay, now let's give a condition. If the like if the username and password, after user giving username and password and click login, it will take us to another page. So let's write those condition. So let's say if dollar underscore server, then third bracket, then double quotation, and then inside this double quotation we'll write request underscore method, it will be equal post, and make sure everything is capital letter. If you give smaller letter, it might throw you a error. Okay, so now inside this condition we'll declare a variable username. You can declare any variable you want. Username equal to dollar underscore post, then third bracket, then two double quotation, and inside this post we need to write this name. Okay, so I'll just copy it and paste it. Okay, and after username we need to write password. Copy this password name from here and paste it over here. Dollar password equal to dollar underscore post password. Okay, so let's save it. And after that we'll write the SQL query. We'll write our query. So we'll write over here SQL is equal to double quotation, then inside this double quotation we'll write select star from login. Our login is our table name. Okay, where username, this username is actually coming from this database. Okay, and username equal to now over here we'll give two single quotation, and then inside this single quotation we'll give another two double quotation. Okay, so this quotation double quotation is for this one. So inside this double quotation we'll write two dot, and inside this dot we need to write this dollar username. Okay, so I'll copy it and paste over here. Okay, username is done. Now we need to write for the password. So we'll say dollar username, and I'll just copy this username and paste it over here, and this will be for password. So we'll say over here password This password is coming from here. Okay, you can see password equal to, it will be coming from here, this password. Okay, so Control C and Control V. I'm just copying and pasting so that I do not make sure that I am not making any mistake. Okay, so after this we'll write over here dollar result equal to my SQLi, then underscore query, then to first bracket, and inside this first bracket we'll say this one, we'll say our database name, database connection over here, and comma this SQL. Okay, so comma dollar SQL. Okay, now we need to verify if the username and password is valid or not. It will be verified by this dollar result. Okay, now we just need to write one more line which is dollar row is equal to my SQLi fetch, MySQL fetch array. Then inside this array we will say dollar result. Okay, now we'll just write a condition if dollar row, then if dollar row is true, if this condition is fulfilled, then take us to the home page. So for this we'll say header, then inside it we need to say location. Location, let's say, will be home dot php. Now we don't have this home dot php, we need to create this home dot php. And if this condition is false, then we'll go to else condition. Let's say over here it will be we'll say echo double quotation, and inside this we'll say username or password incorrect. Okay, so let's save it, and first of all let's create this home.php. So let's click tutorial, then new file, then home.php. Okay, so let's save it, Control S, save. Okay, so now let's just say some basic thing over here. Let's just say over here welcome home. Okay, so let's have him inside age on tag. Okay, so let's save it and let's go over here and let's refresh. Okay, there is an error at line 30. Let's check. Oh, sorry, we need to give double quotation over here. So let's save it. Now let's refresh. Okay, let's over here admin and username 1234. Okay, now click login. Okay, welcome home. We have our welcome home. Okay, so now let's say we want to show the username after login, so it will say welcome home admin. Okay, so for this it's really easy. We just need to write over here session session underscore start. Okay, session start, and then we'll come over here before header and we'll show over here dollar underscore session, then third bracket, inside it we'll say over here username is equal to dollar username. Okay, so this username is actually this one. Okay, so let's save it, and after this we'll go to our home and we'll say over here echo, sorry, we'll write a PHP code over here. So for writing PHP we need to write what PHP, then again hot, this sign. Okay, so we'll write PHP over here. We'll say over here echo, then we'll say dollar session, then third bracket, inside this we'll say username. Okay, so let's save it, and okay, everything is fine. Now if we go back and try to log in again, let's refresh. Let's over here admin 1234, click login. Okay, there is giving session in C. Okay, there's is a problem, so let's see. Oh sorry, it will be dollar underscore. One more thing, since we are using session, so we need to add session over here. So inside we'll write a PHP, then inside this PHP we'll write session start. So now let's save it, and if we refresh right now, it won't give us any error. Okay, so it's saying welcome home admin. Okay, so now let's add a logout button over here so that the user can log out, sorry. So for this we'll just say over here a anchor tag, and let's say over here log out, and inside this anchor tag we will say logout dot php. Okay, so let's save it. Now we don't have this logout dot php, so let's create this logout dot php, logout dot php. So let's save it. Okay, now inside this logout dot php we'll first write php so that we can write our php code, and inside this php we will say session start, and then session destroy, and after that we will just send say over here header, then to double quotation, and inside it we will say location, will send the user to login dot php. Okay, so after logout user will go to login dot php. Okay, it was a spelling mistake. It will be session. So let's save it. Login admin 1234 login, and let's click logout now. Okay, it takes us to the login page. Okay, now one more thing, that if we try to go to home.php, we can actually go to home.php without login. So we need to stop that. So for stopping that, we just need to go to home, and then we'll just write over here a condition that if uh, first not, then is set dollar underscore session, if there is no username, then it will send us to login.php. So we'll say over here set the location over here, we'll say location login.php. Okay, so what it will do is that if user try to come to home page without login, then it will check if there is an username. If there is no username, then it will send us to login.php. So let's, if we try to refresh it again, it will take us to login.php. So let's try again. Let's over here home and press enter. It will always take us to the login.php. Okay, so I hope I was able to help you to create login form in PHP. And if you like this video, please subscribe my channel, and if you have any problem, then comment below. I'll surely reply you back. And thanks again for watching.